Good morning students, this is 12th class biology and lecture 13 of principles of inheritance and variations. This is last lecture of this chapter and your last topic is chromosomal disorders. So first of all, you know what are chromosomal disorders. There are two types of chromosomal disorders, structural aberrations and numerical aberrations. So here you will study about the numerical aberrations in chromosome. And I have already told you that numerical aberrations are of two types in chromosome, that is aneuploidy and euploidy. And aneuploidy is further of two types, monosomy and trisomy, and euploidy is also of two types, that is monoploidy and polyploidy. So all these type of numerical aberrations occur in chromosomes due to non-disjunction. So what is this non-disjunction? See here, this is a meiosis division which occur in a cell. Okay, so here you can see in meiosis 1, non-disjunction is occurring, means the homologous chromosome which pair during the meiosis division, okay, and during the anaphase stage of the meiosis division they get separate. But here you can see these homologous chromosomes do not separate. Okay, these homologous chromosomes do not separate at the anaphase division time, and that's why only one cell will receive both chromosome and another cell will receive no chromosome. So the condition here after the meiosis 2 division, you know, these sister chromatids will also get separate. So see here, these will separate like this, but here these cells will get an extra copy of chromosome, and these cells which have been formed from this cell will not get this copy of the chromosome. That's why these cells will have a less number of chromosome, and this condition will be called monosomy. And on the other hand, these cells will have an extra copy of chromosomes, and the condition will be called trisomy. And you know gametes are formed by meiosis division, so these are gametes here. These four are gametes. Okay, so like this, gametes with monosomy or trisomy conditions are developed. Right? In second condition, what can happen? Consider first meiotic division is occurring normally. Okay, here you can see this is normal type of division. These homologous chromosomes get separate during anaphase 1. You can say during meiosis 1 anaphase stage. Okay, these homologous chromosomes get separate normally. But during anaphase 2, or you can say anaphase stage of meiosis 2, sister chromatids of this homologous chromosome are not getting separate. Okay, so here you can see both the sister chromatids are in one of the gamete, and another gamete is not receiving any sister chromatid, or you can say any chromosome, right? So the gamete which will not receive any chromosome will be deficient in one chromosome, and another will get an extra chromosome. So this condition can also create monosomy or trisomy, that you can say a type of chromosomal mutation or chromosomal numerical aberration. So by these two kinds, non-disjunction in meiosis 1 or non-disjunction in meiosis 2 stage, there will be monosomy or trisomy like conditions. So this is the reason behind the chromosomal aberrations. So this is about the aneuploidy, because monosomy and trisomy are type of aneuploidy. Now what about polyploidy? How polyploidy occur? Polyploidy means complete one or more sets of chromosomes are added. Okay, so here you can see normally what happened after the nucleus division. This nucleus is dividing here, so after nucleus division cytoplasm also divide. Okay, so you can say after cytoplasm division these two cells are formed having one nucleus each. Okay, and chromosome number will be maintained. But in case of polyploidy, what happened after karyokinesis? Cytokinesis doesn't occur. So here you can see cytokinesis doesn't occur, due to which binucleated cell will be formed, and such gametes will have, gametes formed by such division will have an extra copy of chromosome. Okay, you can say if human being are diploid, okay, their chromosomes will their gametes should be monoploid, right? But here diploid gamete will be formed. Okay, and when this diploid gamete means there are two nuclei, so obviously two copies of the complete set of chromosomes, two complete sets of chromosomes will be present here. Okay, so this is a diploid gamete here, and this diploid gamete, if fuses with the haploid, means a normal gamete, then the condition will be triploid. Okay, and if this diploid gamete also fuses with another diploid gamete, you can say another abnormal gamete, then the condition will be tetraploid. So such type of zygote, or you can say such type of organisms are not viable. Down syndrome. This is a chromosomal disorder due to numerical aberration in chromosome, and it is a genetic disorder caused when abnormal cell division, means non-disjunction during the cell division, results in an extra copy of chromosome number 21. So you know there are 22 pairs of autosomes in human being and one pair of sex chromosome. So out of those 22 pairs of autosome, chromosome number 21 has one extra copy here, and that's why the condition having extra copy is called trisomy. Okay, so this is trisomy condition. This extra genetic material means chromosome number 21, causes the developmental changes and physical features of Down syndrome. So this is the genetic disorder caused due to trisomy condition, and which is due to the non-disjunction during the meiosis division. So the changes that occur due to that trisomy condition are flat back of head, many loops on the fingertips, and palm crease. Usually a single palm crease is found in the children having Down syndrome, and this broad flat face you can see, big and wrinkled tongue, and congenital heart disease also. Okay, so these are the symptoms which are found in a child having Down syndrome. Other than these symptoms, child will be physically weak, okay, and psychomotor and mental development is also retarded. Next disorder is Klinefelter syndrome. And Klinefelter syndrome is a genetic condition in which a male is born with an extra copy of X chromosome. So Down syndrome was due to an extra copy of an autosome, and this is due to an extra copy of X chromosome. So you can say Down syndrome is autosomal disorder, while this Klinefelter syndrome is sex-linked disorder. Okay, sex-linked chromosomes, sex chromosomal disorder you can say. And here, because there is one extra copy of X chromosome, so we can write that karyotype will be 47XXY. Karyotype means study of number and structure of chromosomes. So here number will be 47, because normally we have 46 number chromosomes, okay, and here there is an extra copy of X chromosome, that's why number will be 47, and this XXY is representing sex chromosomes here. So due to this extra X chromosome, what will happen? Symptoms will be like there will be reduced muscle mass. Okay, there will be a male having female characteristics. Okay, so the male will have reduced muscle mass, less facial and body hairs, broad hips, because this is a female characteristic. Because of an extra copy of X chromosome here, these female characteristics will be found in a male having Klinefelter syndrome. enlarged breast, increased belly fat. And because these males are born with Klinefelter syndrome, have low testosterone. You know, testosterone is a main male hormone. Okay, so due to low testosterone, there will be reduction in sperm production, because you have studied in reproduction chapter that testosterone hormone is required for the spermatogenesis. So there is low level of testosterone, that's why sperm production will be reduced, or there will be no sperm production. Okay, next chromosomal disorder is Turner syndrome. Turner syndrome is a condition that affects only females. Results when one of the X chromosomes, that is X chromosome, is missing. So the condition will be like XO. Okay, so there is lack of one X chromosome. So you can say the condition is monosomy. Okay, and karyotype will be 45 because one chromosome is less. That's why I will write 45 XO. And due to lack of this one X chromosome, female born with Turner syndrome will be sterile, and these females will have short stature, means short height, webbed neck, okay, swollen neck, shield chest, and underdeveloped breast and widely spaced nipples, rudimentary ovaries, means very small ovaries which will not produce healthy ovum, and navy, means many birthmarks will be present on the body. Now your homework. NCERT question number 16, and one extra question you will do, differentiate Down syndrome and Turner syndrome. Now we will discuss the homework solution of previous lecture, and one question I gave you in homework, differentiate hemophilia and thalassemia. So this is the answer. Just match your answer. Hemophilia, you know, it's a sex-linked disorder, sex-linked recessive disorder, and thalassemia is autosomal recessive disorder. So this will be the first difference. Okay, hemophilia affect the blood clotting proteins, okay, in which there will be continuous bleeding, while the thalassemia, there is defect in synthesis of globin that leads to formation of abnormal hemoglobin due to mutation. In hemophilia, blood doesn't clot, while thalassemia results in anemia. So these are the differences in hemophilia and thalassemia. Next question was, differentiate sickle cell anemia and thalassemia. So these are differences. Sickle cell anemia is a severe hereditary form of anemia in which a mutated form of hemoglobin distorts the red blood cells in a crescent shape, or you can say shield shape, or at low oxygen level. Okay, so there in sickle cell anemia there is change in shape of RBCs due to mutated form of hemoglobin, while in thalassemia is a heterogeneous group of disorders caused by inherited mutation that decrease the synthesis of either alpha or beta globin chain. So there is decreased synthesis of alpha or beta globin chain, due to which there will be abnormal type of hemoglobin and there will be change in RBC's shape. Then next type of globin chain affected. So in sickle cell anemia only beta globin chain is affected, while in thalassemia, you know, there are two types of thalassemia, alpha thalassemia and beta thalassemia, depending on the chain of hemoglobin which is affected. So we can say in thalassemia both alpha and beta chains can be affected, while in sickle cell anemia only beta globin chain is affected. Next thing, nature of genetic mutation. So genetic defect causing sickle cell anemia is a gene substitution. So in sickle cell anemia, substitution is a type of mutation, okay, is a type of gene mutation, while in thalassemia it is caused either by a point mutation or by a gene deletion. Then next thing of difference is resistance against malaria. So sickle cell anemia, when gene for sickle cell anemia is present in heterozygous condition, that then it provide a resistance power against the malaria. but no such resistance is found in case of thalassemia. So here you can see the genetic defect causing the sickle cell anemia is known to have a protective action against malaria. Okay, due to change in RBC